All right, Trans Am. Oop, watch you going on the straight. All right, appreciate everybody coming out to Thunder RC this weekend. We are racing Thunder Jam next weekend. Myron said he'll be up here at Friday at 6 o'clock. Friday at 6 o'clock for open practice till midnight, he said. So Friday at 6 o'clock till midnight, open practice on Friday. Then Saturday, open at 8 a.m. Racing at noon, 3 qualifiers. Sunday, open at 8 a.m. 4th qualifier at 9 a.m. Mains about noon. So we'll see how many people show up. We may go 4th qualifier on Saturday or something. Add an extra one in. We'll just play it by ear. Wow, Graham traction rolling already. All right, Trans Am, Dave Owens, your TQ, 21.5 flat. Just missing that 22 lapper. Graham with a 21.506 coming back. I just need Will to check in. Turn marshals will be Eric, Evan, Brian, and Scott. And if we can get a volunteer by the Coke machine. Thank you, sir. All right. If Dave Owen would like to come up to the second red mark on the wall back. The second red mark. Here, line them up there, Evan, if you would, please. Jason Graham coming out of retirement. Yes. Giving him a little bit of a chance. Not throwing him completely into the corner. There's actually 11 marks on the wall. Will Anderson coming out of retirement after almost a year and a half, qualifying 3rd. Last run with the Southern Nats in 2014, I think with Graham. Aye, Myron, bring her on up there, qualifying 4th. Followed by Steve in the blue. Wes in the, is Wes out there? Can't sure I see his car. It's too dark. Oh, it's green. Okay, I see the green in it. And Alan with the 12 scale. Gonna start there and back. Aye. Drivers, are you ready? Hey, Alan, this is an 8-minute race. Just so you know, Alan. All right, drivers. On the tone, less than 5. And they're off. Oh, Alan throws it off the track already. Blick almost loses his drink. Easy, Blick. Up at the front. Myron up to 2nd. Dave Owens in the lead. Wes up to 3rd. Graham down to 4th. Will in 5th. Steve in 6th. Oh, trouble up at the front. Myron takes the lead. So Myron in the blue and white. 145 out there in the lead now. Graham back up in the 3rd. West down the 4th. Will in 5th. Oh, Myron rolls it. Falls to third. Gonna have Wes on his back bumper. Up at the front though. Oh no, Allen out. Not sure what happened there, but it looks a little sagging on the front right there maybe. You still got 7 minutes, Allen. You can fix it. Up at the front though, down the straightaway, it is Dave Owens with Graham in second, Myron in third. Owens trying to crank down on a win for the new layout. I think he won the last 2 layout changes. I think we've had 3 different layouts on this track, I think, already. The leader coming up behind Keithy. Myron 1.1 behind Graham. Graham 2 seconds behind the leader. Steve down the straightaway, about 6 seconds behind Wes. Wes 1.1 behind Will. So the battle, Will and Wes onto the straightaway. The red, white, and blue, and the silver and green. Keithy getting out of the way there as the leaders come through. Top 3 drivers going Myron 13.7, David and Jason 13.8. So the top 3 drivers really close to each other. Myron tightens it up going out to the straightaway. Closing in on Graham now. Myron doing everything he can. Works his way up on Graham's rear bumper. Jason trying to hold position. Goes out a little wide. Myron tries to go inside down the straightaway. The blue car is fighting. Oh, Myron throws it into the corner. Taps the inside wall. Trying to thread the needle, as was said. Not so well. Just a little bit outside.
5 minutes left.
But with 5 minutes to go, Myron, lots of time left. Full qualifying time as he works his way down the straightaway, tightens it up again, chasing down Graham. The gap now 1.5 between Graham and Myron. Myron traction rolls, puts it up, pimp parks it on the wall. And loses more ground to Graham. David working up on the back bumper of Will. The leader right behind you, Will. Will gets out of the way, lets David into the infield. Graham now 2.7. Graham traction rolls off the pipe, does a barrel roll, lands it. Gonna let Myron close that up on him as Graham comes up behind Wes. Oh, Myron rolls it again. So Myron losing more ground here. The gap 4.7 behind Jason. Jason's 3.6 behind David. Keithy 5.2 behind Wes. So Keithy's starting to move in on Wes. Wes is going onto the straightaway. Myron traction rolls again. Same spot. Will taps, lets Wes close in on him. Oh, Wes takes a little tap through the crowd. Myron again gets a little help from the marshal. Still 8.2 seconds behind. Tons of traction here on the new carpet at Thunder. David trying to stretch it out. The gap 3 seconds now between the leaders. Car 54, where are you? He's 3 seconds ahead of you. Graham, I believe in the number 12, baby blue out there with white stripes. Yeah, I know. Myron coming up behind Keithy, taps the same corner Keithy does. A little tap here and there. Steve 1.8 behind Wes. Oh, Steve traction rolls, loses ground to Wes, got the leader coming up behind him. He lets him by. Stay with him. Steve tightens it up, trying to close back in. Graham down the straightaway, 2.9, gains about 3/10 on that lap. We'll see whether David can hold on to this lead as the time winds down. Closest battle right now, Steve 2.6 behind Wes. Jason 3.3 behind David. Myron does a 360 on the driver's stand. Not sure what was going on there. Hey, it's all I got. I saw it, hope everybody else did. David pulls it around in through the zigzag, through the 2nd Avenue. Graham in that baby blue. Oh, Steve getting around Wes as Wes taps. Wes has got 2nd place behind him. And Myron, I believe, a lap down to Graham now, trying to get his lap back possibly. Let's see if Graham lets Myron get his lap back. Oh, Myron taps. Wes falls back a little bit behind Steve, so Steve in that 5th place, Wes in 6th. Will holding on to 4th, about 7 seconds behind Myron.
1 minute left.
Steve's got Graham right in front of him, holding the line. Myron comes up on Steve. Steve gets out of the way, down the straightaway. Steve shows Myron horsepower. But then misses the corner. Just, as they say, a little inside. I think I was about a week and a half early. Oh, Myron peels Graham. Hack. 30 seconds to go. I think I just put the nails on the coffin for Graham getting the chance to chase down David, as David now 4.7 ahead. Oh, Wes gets around Steve. So Wes back up into that 5th spot as Steve falls back to 6th. 7 seconds to go. Will coming up to put a lap on Steve. Oh, Steve puts it into the pipe. Graham, you're done. Looks like Owen's on his victory lap.
Car 6
Wes,
is
you're done.
Car 3 is done.
Will, you're done.
Car 1 is done.
David, you're
Car
done.
4 is done.
Myron,
Car
you're
5
done.
is done.
Oh, Steve, you're done. And Will Anderson moves around Myron on the last lap to take 3rd. Nice. C main time. Tim Moore, your CQ. Followed by Steve, Brian, and Myron. Easy. I hear you. Get a couple laps in, get your feel back for it. Nope, that's not it. After just racing 8 minutes and come back for 6 minutes, it's like nitro off for all over again. Now they run for longer. All right, drivers are working their way back out. Watch it, Marshall. Watch it, drivers. There are marshals on the track, Steve Keithy. Sorry, I went there. Hey, Alan, that cone over there? Yes, thank you. I don't know. I think David was pretty well gone. You would have been closer, but you guys both went 13-8. I mean, with a 13-8 for both of you. Myron pulled a 7. All right, Myron's got his car on the track. Gonna try a little 21.5. He's killed his touring car body. Wow! All right, Claimer gets the first shot in. All right, Tim, Steve, Brian, and Myron. Tim, Steve, Brian, and Myron. Bring her up there. No, you should be good there. Bring her up there the other side of the flag there, Brian. Right there. Perfect. Myron, bring her up there behind the fire extinguisher. Yeah. What are you doing? Grabbing a Kit Kat? Tic Tac? Oh. I'm not even going to ask the conversation that's going on in the driver's stand right now. Oh, he had to moisturize? All right. A little bit more, Myron. Yep, right there. All right, drivers, are we ready? C-main time on the tone. Woo! Oh, Keithy hard into the wall. Falls 3 spots. Myron up into second already. From the back of the pack in the 21.5, Tim onto the straightaway. Oh, Tim backwards. Myron threads the needle but misses the corner. So Brian in the pink back up in the second. Myron tries to put pressure on Brian. Tim out in that lead in the aqua green. Brian gives Myron the corner as Myron takes it down the straightaway. Tightens it up onto Tim's rear bumper. Myron through 2nd Avenue in front of pit lane, through the troubles onto the straightaway. Tim finds a chicane on the straightaway. Oh, Tim traction rolls. Wait, let Myron go in front. Okay, go. Yes, if you do it the same way he did and waits to the car behind you
5
goes,
minutes left.
I'll let you do that too. Myron in the lead now in the blue and white. Tim on in the aqua green in second, the pink in third, and the Blue Angels in fourth. Claimer in that pink ride, getting pressure from Steve. Oh, Claimer goes a little wide. Steve goes wide there. Onto the straightaway, the battle, 3rd and 4th, down the straightaway. Into the infield, Claimer goes a little wide. Steve closes in, tightens up. Oh, he peels him, but lets him go. Steve goes out a little wide at pit lane, trying to chase him down the straightaway. Claimer into the infield. Steve taps, gives Claimer a breather. Up at the front, though, it is Myron. 12.7, fast lap. Down the straightaway. Steve closes back in on Claimer, but gets a little loose coming into the infield.
4
Tim
minutes
taps
left.
before 2nd Avenue. So the closest battle, Tim goes out a little wide, is going to be for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Has Myron out and gone. He's got almost about an 8-second, 6-second lead. Yeah, give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt there, but it is a 6-second lead for Myron. Myron taps coming in the infield. Oh, body tuck. He cleans it out. It's going to let Tim close out on him, but the real battle right now, Claimer and Steve, pink and blue, chasing each other. Claimer goes out a little wide. Steve back on his bumper. Oh, Claimer tightens it up, taps the pipe. Steve into 3rd. So Steve going to set his sights on Tim Moore as he drifts through the pit lane.
3 minutes left.
Steve goes out wide in the sweeper. Chasing Tim down now. 1.6 behind Tim. Klamer 2 seconds behind. And Klamer, keep going, keep going. Roll with it, Klamer. See? I told you, if you did the same way, you could do it too. Myron taps, going to let Tim close back at him. Oh, Myron pulls it in. Body tuck. Myron falls to third behind Keithy. So Tim in the lead. Steve on his rear bumper as Myron puts the body tuck. Oh, Myron peels through Steve as Steve taps. Oh, and it body tucked him again. So Myron falls to fourth after leading most of the first half of this race. See if he can work his way back up in the lead. He has the fastest car on the track with a 12.7. Steve with a 13 flat. Tim with a 13.2 and Klamer with a 13.3. So Myron, fastest car, now down to fourth. Gonna have to work his way through traffic. He sets his sights on the back bumper of Klamer, who's in third. Tim in the lead. Keithy falling a little bit behind him here. Oh, Klamer taps Myron around for third. Swing and a miss. The count, 0-3. Oh, Myron puts it up on two wheels. Steve taps Myron on his back bumper. Steve taps again. Myron around the outside. Down the straightaway, the battle. Second, third, and fourth through the sweeper into the infield. Myron tries to go inside. Steve holds him off through 2nd Avenue. Steve taps. Myron drives under the... Klamer drives underneath Myron. Myron hits Klamer back. Myron's got a body tuck, though. Steve back in the second. Klamer down the fourth.
1 minute left.
Oh, Klamer rolls it over. So he falls far further into fourth place as Tim out and gone. He's up 4.6, but Tim rolls it. Steve taps Myron up to second. Steve rolls it. Loses a body clip. Klamer taps Tim now only 3.6 ahead of Myron. Steve 2 seconds behind Myron. And Klamer works his way onto the straightaway, the long way around. 7 seconds behind Steve. Steve taps a little bit going onto the straightaway. Falls a little bit further behind Myron. Klamer pulls it in. 13 seconds to go. Myron taps. Gonna let Tim get further away with 5 to go. Tim might get a victory lap. 2, 1, nope, that's gonna be it.
Car
Tim
1
Moore,
is
you're done, taking the C-Main win. Myron,
Car
you're
4 is
done. Steve,
Car
you're
2 is
done.
done.
Bring it home in third. Good run, guys. Everybody finishing on 26 within 5 seconds of each other. All right. Dave Owens, your BQ, followed by Jackie, Rick, Mike, and Daryl. Dave Owens on point, followed by Jackie, Rick. Rick moves up a little bit, and Blick moves up a little bit. That'll be perfect. All right. Grab your corner there, Myron. Sir Myron. Yes. All right. Drivers, are we ready? All right. Who we got this corner? Who we missing? Oh, can we get a volunteer marshal by the Coke machine? Volunteer marshal by the Coke machine? Volunteer marshal by the Coke machine? Thank you, Wes. I was actually looking at Dakota, but you can do it too. Blick said he would do it. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Drivers, are we ready? On the tone, B main, less than 5. Woo! Jackie, sleep at the wheel. We'll call Jackie the Matt Lyons of today. Oh, little trouble for Rick there. Blick gets around. Jackie takes a bite. Daryl in second, but it is all the green M&M's ride of Dave Owens. He is gone, trying to check out the battle right now. Second and third. Blick goes inside, takes over second. So Blick in the white with no stickers up to second. Daryl taps, lets Jackie tap him. Oh, your leader taps coming into the infield. Gonna let Blick close in on him. The battle, Daryl taps. You tap, you're gonna fall position. David,
5 minutes
Mike,
left.
Jackie, Daryl, Rick. Everybody stretched out a little bit, but only 4 seconds separate the whole field with 1 minute in. Your leader, the green M&Ms, followed by the white no stickers, then Jackie in the silver, Daryl in the orange, and Rick in the white stickered. Oh, Blick out wide. Jackie closes in on him. Daryl into the wall. Daryl falls to fourth. Oh, Blick has trouble, puts it into the pipe. Jackie up to second. So let's see if Jackie can close in. The gap was 2.3. Oh, trouble in the infield there for David. Gonna let Jackie close in. The gap 2.3 now, down to 1.4. So Jackie trying to close in on David. Blick in that third spot. The other white car, Rick in fourth, and Daryl down to fifth. Daryl, trouble coming into the infield. Got the leader starting to come up on him. David trying to hold on to that lead, but it's down to 1 second now. As Jackie doing everything he can to chase him down the straightaway. Jackie taps coming into the infield. Off the sweeper. Loses a little bit of ground. Your leader gets swept by Daryl. Second place comes by Daryl. Jackie now still 1 second back. Blick 4 seconds behind Jackie, but Rick 1.7 behind Blick. So 2 battles going on here, first and second, third and fourth. The gap now 1.2 as Dave Owens pulls out a little bit on Jackie. Dave into the infield, Jackie into the infield. Oh, Blick taps, gonna let Rick close in on him. Blick into the infield, Rick into the infield.
Left.
Jackie now 8/10 back. Pulls off 4/10 on that lap. Blick trouble through pit lane as he falls down. Blick gonna start worrying about Daryl behind him as Rick holds on to that third spot. He's got about 4 seconds in front of Blick now. Let's see where Rick is in consideration to Jackie. About 10 seconds behind Jackie. Jackie in the silver, your leader in the green. Blick 1.2 ahead of Daryl. So the battle 4th and 5th now between Daryl and Blick on the straightaway. Daryl 1 second back, pulling 2/10 off that lap. Up at the front, it is Owens 1.1 out as Jackie pulls in. Oh, Jackie taps. Watch straight, clear. Oh, trouble for Rick. got second place. Oh, frickin'
10
Blick
minutes left.
drives by Jackie. Oh, Blick showing Jackie horsepower, trying to get his lap back. But he's got Daryl on his back bumper, but Daryl drifts it coming into the crosstown. Blick goes by. Oh no, Rick goes, still holding on to that third spot. Oh, Blick traction rolls, lets Daryl by. Oh, he taps Daryl. Blick down the fifth, Daryl in fourth. Oh, Daryl does a little drift. Oh, they squeeze play. Wow, don't mess with the old man. Wow. So now we stretch back out a little. Daryl now chasing down Rick. 2.2 is the gap. Blick 1.3 behind Daryl. Jackie 2.1 behind David, as David stretching it out even more.
1 minute left.
Oh, Jackie taps coming into the infield. Rick a lap down, so that's not a race there behind Jackie. Oh, Blick goes inside Daryl as Daryl goes out a little wide. I don't know if Daryl was letting Blick back by for the pass earlier, or that was just Daryl brain fading. Oh, Daryl does it again in front of the driver's stand. Gets a little crazy through there, letting Blick get further away. 30 seconds to go, drivers, 30 seconds to go. The gap at the front, 3.3. Oh, Blick taps. Daryl taps the same. Blick rolls over, taps again. Daryl up at the fourth. 20 seconds to go. The battle, fourth and fifth. Orange and white onto the straightaway. Blick taps. Down the straightaway they go. Daryl trying to hold on to that fourth place position. Blick right behind him. 8 seconds. Blick taps. Daryl past pit lane. Blick past pit lane. 4, 3, 2, 1. Will they get another lap? No. Mike Blick, you're done.
One is
He's
done.
done. He's done. David, you're done.
Car two
Jackie,
is
you're done. Waiting on Rick
Car
and
three is done.
Daryl to finish. Daryl to finish. Daryl to finish. You're done? Okay.
Car 5 is done.
Dave Owens takes the win by 3.1 seconds over Jackie. Sets fast lap 12.3 to Jackie's 12.35. Rick bringing home in third with a 27. Daryl 9.9 behind Rick with a finger push. And Blick in fifth after an epic battle at the back. No.
All right, I got all 5 drivers checked. Marshals assume the position. Looking for Rick and Daryl. Here they come. All right. Eric on the point, followed by Evan, Brian, Robert, Scott. EA, Evan, Brian, Robert, Scott. Keep coming, Evan. One more knot, one more. There you go. And then Brian, and then Robert, and then Scott. Under the flag, Scott. There you go. All right. We're ready to go. 6 minutes on the clock. Marshals are ready. Drivers are ready. Less than 5. Well, it looks like the A group took a lesson from the B group. Oh, Robert falls the last on lap number 1. Eric's out and gone. Evan in tow. Third is Scott. Fourth is Brian. Robert is last. So Evan's 1.7 back already after just 2 laps. Robert looking to repay Scott. Inside, inside, inside. Looking. Nope, not this time. Brian bangs a couple of boards. Oh, Scott pirouettes, flips, and rotates. Judges give it a 7.2.
Five minutes left.
Oh yeah, there it is. Nicely done. Running orders: Eric, Evan, Brian, Scott, Robert. Yeah, it's way up. Did I forget to mention that? So Eric now looking at, and does pass Robert, now hunting on Brian. Gets past Brian as well. Next in line is Scott. Just saying. Evan is 6.5 seconds back. Brian 2.6 back of Scott. Robert 0.6 back of Brian. Scott 3.7 back of Evan. Robert 1.1 back of Brian. So leader
4
coming up
minutes
on
left.
third place now. Averaging 11.8. Eric averaging 11.8. All right, so Eric's gone past third place now. Let me see, is that for position? Oh, yes, it is, 4/10. So second place is lapping the field as well. That's Evan coming up on Brian. So Eric on a 31.607 pace, well ahead of his TQ time, almost a lap better. Evan on 29.605 pace. Let's see. Evan 11 seconds back of Eric. Eric much closer to Evan than Evan is to Eric. Eric looking to lap the field this lap. Oh, this is the turn. So Scott 3.6 back of Evan. Brian 7 seconds back of Scott. Robert 5 seconds back of Brian. Eric now less than half a straightaway behind Evan for the final pass on the field. Need more drama. I'll say.
Two minutes left.
2 minutes to go. Eric's now past the field. Scott, third place, 5 seconds back of Evan. Robert is 9 seconds back of Brian and fifth, and Brian is 6 seconds back of Scott in fourth. Wide gap, 5-6 seconds between each car in position. Closest race is Scott to Evan, 4.7 seconds. Evan in the pink, Scott in the orange. About a third of a track separation. Ooh. Second place coming up on Brian.
One minute left.
His right turns are a bitch, aren't they, Brian? Wow. No love at all. Wow. Don't take it personal. So, let's see. 45 seconds to go. Eric's still on a 31.611 pace. Almost a full lap up on TQ time. Evan 29.605. Scott 29.612. Brian 28, Robert 26. Fast lap belongs to Eric, 11.56. Nobody else. Oh, sorry. Scott had 11.99. Evan a 12.03. Brian a 12.13. Robert a 12.50. Robert on a stunning 26 lap pace. Whoa! Wow, four-wheel drifting it through the sweeper. And manages to body tuck it to boot. 2 seconds, 1 second.
Car
Scott
5 is
done.
done.
Eric
Car
done.
1 is done.
Evan is done. Brian is done,
Car
and
3
Robert
is
is done. Eric 30.602, misses the 31 lapper, but does improve TQ time by 6 seconds. Evan 29.605, not better than his best. Scott 28.601, Brian 28.610, and Robert 26.611.